A woman's mouth is trained to hide the truth. It is a biological survival skill. From childhood, she is taught to be polite, to be social, to soften harsh realities. If you are waiting for a woman to clearly say, "I want you," you will wait forever. Or worse, you will stay in the friend zone while another man, who understands unspoken signals, takes her home. The real truth is uncomfortable. A woman's desire does not live in her words. It lives in her nervous system. It shows up through involuntary movements, changes in posture, shifts in energy, and a chemical pull toward masculine strength. She does not consciously control these signals because she is not choosing them. They come from biology. Most men fail because they are blind to this. They search for smiles. They look for kindness. They mistake friendliness for attraction and end up disappointed. Today, we are going to dissect female attraction. I will reveal 7 signals that go past her logic and expose her raw, unfiltered interest. This is not pickup advice. This is evolutionary psychology without politeness. Once you learn these signs, you cannot unlearn them. You will walk into a room and see patterns like digital code. You will instantly know who is open, who is acting, and who secretly wants you to make a move. But be careful. The 7th signal is the most dangerous. To an untrained man, it looks exactly like rejection. If you react with insecurity, you lose her immediately. If you respond with the strategy I will explain, her attachment deepens. We are stripping away the polite mask of dating. We are observing the instinct beneath the appearance. Signal number 1. The collapse of personal space. Every human carries an invisible boundary. Psychologists call this proxemics. It is a zone of about 18 inches to 3 feet that represents comfort and safety. When a stranger crosses this boundary, the heart rate increases. The body prepares for fight or escape. It is perceived as a threat, unless it is a sign of submission. When a woman wants you, she wants you to enter her space, not in a crude or aggressive way, but on an energetic level. Watch the distance between you. A woman who is only being polite will keep a safe social gap. She keeps the table between you. She stands at arm's length. She is protecting her energy. But a woman who feels desire will unconsciously reduce this distance. She looks for reasons to step inside your space. She leans in when you speak. Even if the room is quiet, she positions herself beside you, not across from you. If you are sitting on a couch, she does not sit at the far end. She sits close enough that your body warmth overlaps. This is gravity at work. Attraction has physical weight. You can test this. It is called the vacuum test. While you are talking, take a small step back. Create empty space. A woman who feels nothing will stay where she is. She feels comfortable with the distance. But a woman who wants you will step forward without thinking. She cannot stop herself. Her body is trying to rebalance the space. She needs to be inside your pull, because outside of it she feels disconnected. She will not realize she moved, but you will. She is trying to merge her personal space with yours. She is signaling that you are safe. You are not a threat. You are the destination. Signal number 2, the biological pin. You see this behavior in birds. You see it in primates. And if you pay attention, you will see it in the woman sitting across from you. When attraction spikes, her body releases dopamine and adrenaline. This creates nervous energy. That energy has to go somewhere. Her hands need something to do. So she starts grooming herself. She smooths her hair. She adjusts her necklace. She reapplies lip gloss that does not need it. She fixes a strap that was not slipping. Most men think, she's just fidgeting. She is not. She is preparing the product for the buyer. Deep in her evolutionary brain, a signal has switched on that says, a high-value male is present. Improve appearance now. This is a submissive display. She is making herself look attractive for you, but there is a deeper layer to it. Watch where she touches herself. If she touches her neck, her throat, or the inside of her wrist, Pay attention. These are the most sensitive and vulnerable parts of the human body. The carotid artery. The veins. In nature, a predator goes for the throat. Showing the throat to another being is the strongest sign of trust. It means, I trust you with my life. Or, in seduction, it can mean, I want you to take control. She is unconsciously guiding your eyes to her softest places. She is inviting touch. She is drawing the path she wants your hands to follow. If she plays with a necklace while looking at you, she is not worried about the necklace. She wants you to notice her skin. Do not compliment it. Just observe. Let her notice your gaze. Let her feel your eyes on her. The silence while she adjusts herself builds a tension that feels almost unbearable. That tension is where attraction slowly turns into obsession. Sign number 3, the triangle of desire. Eye contact is a powerful weapon, but most men do not know how to read it. A woman who sees you only as a friend looks at your eyes, then at your forehead, then back to your eyes. This is the social gaze. It stays in the upper part of the face. It is not threatening. It is intellectual. Desire pulls the eyes downward. When a woman wants you, she looks into your eyes, then drops her gaze to your mouth, then returns to your eyes. This is called the triangle. She is subconsciously checking the biological tools for intimacy. She is imagining what it would feel like to kiss you. She looks at your mouth because she wants your mouth on her. But there is another version that is even more powerful. It is called the fractured gaze. This happens when attraction becomes so strong that it overwhelms her nervous system. She looks at you. You catch her eyes, and she instantly looks down and away. Not to the side, down. Looking to the side means distraction. Looking down means submission. She is breaking the connection because the intensity is too high. She feels exposed. She feels like you can see what she is thinking, and what she is thinking is dirty. If you catch her doing this, looking at you, then snapping her eyes downward when you lock your gaze, do not look away. Hold your eyes on her for 1 extra second. Let her feel that you noticed her hiding. That small moment of shame, that slight embarrassment, is powerful. It means she cares about your opinion. It means you disturbed her composure. A woman who is only comfortable with you as a friend will not do this. A woman who is nervous, fidgety, and unable to hold your gaze is a woman trying to stay in control because she wants to lose it. Sign number 4 is the safe challenge. This is where nice guys fail. This is where men who don't understand dark psychology get filtered out. When a woman truly wants you, she will not make things easy. She will become challenging. She will tease you. She will question your opinions. She might even act a little bratty. She may say things like, "You probably say that to every girl," or, "You think you're really smart, don't you?" A weak man gets offended by this. He assumes she is rejecting him. He starts explaining himself. He tries to prove that he is a good guy. That is where he fails. She is not attacking you. She is testing how strong your frame is. By nature, a woman cannot fully give herself to a man she feels is weaker than her. If a simple sentence can shake you, how will you protect her from the world? How will you handle her emotions if you cannot even handle a joke? She pushes against you to see if you are solid or unstable. A door moves when pushed. A wall does not. She wants the wall. When she challenges you, she is asking you to put her back in place, not with anger, but with humor. She wants you to see her like a playful child acting out. She wants you to smirk and not take her logic seriously. If she teases you, tease her back even more. If she disagrees, do not rush to compromise. Stand your ground. Watch what happens when you do not break. Her eyes will soften. She will smile. The tension will disappear. In that moment, respect is created. A woman never desires a man she can control. When she playfully fights you, she is really fighting her own desire to surrender. She is checking if you are strong enough to handle what she wants to give you. You pass the test by not caring about the outcome. Sign number 5 is exclusionary focus. We live in a world full of distractions: phones, people, friends, noise. Attention is the most valuable currency today. When a woman is willing to ignore her surroundings and give you her full attention, it is a loud signal of desire. Watch her behavior in group settings, because this is where people are most honest. If her friends are talking but her feet are pointed toward you, she wants you. If the place is loud, but she tunes everything out to hear your voice, she wants you. But the strongest sign is when she turns her back. If she is standing in a group and physically turns away from everyone else to face you, shutting the world out, she is making a public statement. She is risking her social image. She is being rude to her group because she wants to be open and receptive to you. Women are socially intelligent by nature. They understand that turning their back on their friends sends a signal. She is doing this deliberately. She is creating a private space inside a public environment. She is building a tunnel of intimacy. Inside this tunnel, time starts to feel different. She forgets to check her phone. She forgets about her drink. She forgets the friend who wants to leave. If you notice that she has not looked at her screen for 20 minutes, you already have her attention. In the modern world, ignoring the digital space is the highest form of focus. She is telling you that your presence is more interesting than the artificial world sitting in her pocket. Do not waste this moment. Take the lead. She has silenced the noise. Now it is your job to give direction. Sign number 6 is accidental physicality. Touch is like electricity. It naturally follows the path with the least resistance. A woman who wants you will create harmless reasons to touch you. But you must learn the difference between friendly touch and interested touch. Friendly touch feels hard and distant. It is a quick pat on the back or a light punch on the shoulder. There is no warmth in it. This is how she would touch a brother. Desired touch is different. It lasts longer. It uses the soft parts of her hand. She may remove lint from your jacket. She may compare hand sizes with you. She may let her knee touch yours under the table and not move it away. This is the key detail: the lack of withdrawal. If your legs touch and she pulls back right away, it was accidental. If she leaves it there, it is intentional. She is testing the feeling. She is allowing the warmth to build at the point of contact. She wants to see if you have the courage to move things forward. There is a psychological idea called the escalation ladder. A woman cannot climb the entire ladder alone. Society criticizes women who are too forward. So she places her foot on the first step and waits for you to help her reach the next one. She touches your arm. That is your green light to touch her back. She fixes your collar. That is your green light to touch her hair. She creates situations where her actions can be explained away. If you reject her, she can always say, "I was just fixing your shirt." She protects her ego. But if you accept that, she knows the interaction has started. Watch for high compliance touch. When you move, does she move with you? If you step back, does she lean in or reach out? Physical movement is a form of communication. If she is the only one initiating, you are being pursued. If she mirrors your movements, you are aligned. And if she starts the contact herself, it means she wants it badly. Sign number 7, passive availability. This is the one I warned you about. This is the signal most men mistake for boredom or lack of interest. A woman who wants you will often appear to do nothing, but it is a very precise kind of nothing. It is intentional waiting. She just happens to be at the bar when you go for a drink. She just happens to walk past your desk. She just happens to leave the party at the same moment you do. These moments are rarely accidents. Women are experts at timing and positioning. If she stays in your orbit, it was planned. Now, here's where it becomes uncomfortable. She places herself in your path and then waits. She doesn't say hello. She doesn't start the conversation. She looks at her phone acts distracted, or looks away. Why? Because she wants you to step in. If she approaches first, she steps into the masculine role. She becomes the pursuer. Most women dislike this dynamic. They want to feel chosen. They want to be the prize, not the hunter. So she creates empty space. She creates closeness without words, waiting for you to enter it. The insecure man sees her looking away and assumes she isn't interested. The observant man notices her positioning and understands that she has placed herself within reach. This is a test of confidence. She makes it easy in terms of distance, but difficult in terms of psychology. She is testing whether you have the courage to close the distance without a spoken invitation. If a woman keeps showing up in your side vision, staying nearby, appearing behind you, moving into your space, stop waiting for a clearer signal. That is the signal. She is offering you her presence. Your responsibility is to take control of it. Now you see the system. You notice the closeness, the quiet interest, the triangle gaze, the testing, the pulling away, the touch, and the silence. You have the map. But a map means nothing if you don't know how to drive. The mistake most men make when they notice these signs is excitement. They smile too much. They speak faster. They spill their emotions. Oh, she likes me. I can finally relax. No. When you see these signs, you slow down. You become calmer. You become colder. If her hands shake, yours stay steady. If she leans toward you, you lean back just a little, so she moves closer instead. If she looks at your lips, you stop talking and look at hers. You do not reward desire with instant access. You reward it with tension. You let the air feel heavy. You let the silence last until she can hear her own heartbeat. You let her question whether you want her, because uncertainty creates obsession. The moment you give yourself away, as soon as she shows interest, you lose value. You become easy. You destroy the excitement of the chase if you rush it. But when you notice the signs, acknowledge them with your eyes, and then make her work just a little more for your approval. You become addictive. She doesn't just want you to know, she wants you. She wants to feel that you are strong enough, dangerous enough, to handle her desire. We like to believe love is gentle. We like to think attraction is about hobbies and compatibility. It's not. Attraction is about power. It's about the tension between giving in and taking control. She wants to surrender, but she can only surrender to a man who is not asking for permission. These 7 signs are her way of handing you the key. She will never say it directly. She will never write it down. If you ask her, she will deny it. Do you like me? Is a boy's question. A man does not ask. A man watches. A man notices the shrinking distance, the broken gaze, the exposed neck, and he acts. He steps into the space she opened. He holds the gaze she couldn't keep. He touches the place she revealed. And he does it without hesitation. Because a woman who wants you does not want politeness. She wants certainty. Now you have the lens. You will walk into the world and start seeing these patterns everywhere. In cafes, in offices, on the streets. You will notice silent conversations happening without words. You will see men missing the signals. You will see women frustrated by the blindness of the men they desire. Don't be blind. Those who understand don't guess. They see. They listen. They recognize that the strongest signals of desire are always silent. I'll see you in the shadows.